All right, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Forward Thinking Founders, where we talk to founders about their companies, their visions for the future, and how the two collide. Today, I'm very excited to be talking to Benjamin Ha, who's a co-founder of Muse. Welcome to the show. How's it going?
Hey Matt, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you on and learn more about what you are working on. For people that haven't heard of it, what is Muse? What are you working on?
Yeah, so Muse was built on a premise. We want to free the world of boring 2D websites, and our solution to do this is to bring in a new generation of website technology called immersive 3D websites, and this is what we're building today.
So walk me through a little bit. If someone wanted to build a website using your technology, what does that look like? Can you walk me through that user experience a little bit?
Yeah, so we've created a solution that allows anyone to build a 3D website, an immersive 3D website, in less than 30 minutes, and it emulates Squarespace or Shopify. So our users, they sign up, they select the template that they enjoy, they fill it in with content, and then they click publish. And that's all that's needed to build a 3D website.
And why did you decide to start this? Or I guess, in other words, what's the origin story here? And what about the early days?
Yeah, I mean, my co-founder Alex and I, we've been freelance web developers for the last 6 years, pretty much the entire career. We got an early start back in 2015. Even back in 2015, some of the clients we were building websites for actually had a little bit of 3D technology in it. And year after year, our clients were asking us for more and more 3D elements to be integrated into their websites. By the way, I forgot to mention, but most of our clients are like celebrities, influencers, cultural leaders. We built the website for currently that's being used for ASAP Rocky. We also did a bunch for streetwear brands like Revenge X Storm and Ian Connor. That's kind of where we got our start. And that's exactly where we saw this trend coming from, is that culture was pushing web technology to go 3D. And yeah, so that's what we saw. Anecdotally, that's what we saw from our personal experience. But the fact of the matter is that website technology, which was founded in the 1990s, hasn't changed. Websites are still boring and they're inherently very static. Like, why is it now that we're still clicking dumb videos and pictures? And in order for me to interact with a salesperson on the internet, I have to like input text and whatnot in like a really dumb and messed up chatbot, you know? Why are websites so static? And there really isn't a reason to. And the reason why websites are so static is because that technology was built. The technology wasn't built for businesses to do commerce or replicate experiences online. Websites were built to be virtual billboards, not virtual spaces. And this is why we need 3D, immersive 3D websites.
So I appreciate you sharing that. So I've kind of a dual question. You have some awesome people using this so far. I guess, how'd you kind of get them on? Or I guess, in other words, like, how are you getting customers now? Like, or how are you getting people to use these 3D websites? Because I'm sure it's like a little educate. It takes some education to get someone to like understand what you're doing and build on it. How have you done that so far?
Yeah, that's a really good question. We don't optimize. We're not optimizing our platform for sales right now. We've recognized that we need to optimize for reach in order for us to hit that tipping point and scale from there. All of our customers have been inbound, and this is because my co-founder and I have been working in this cultural like influencer space for 6 years. We've built up a reputation for ourselves to be creative web developers, and that's really how we got our early clients. Even before starting Muse, ASAP Rocky was already a client. So we already had those pre-existing relationships in place. And this really allowed us to become an expert in the development of creative websites and understand what the future is going to look like from there.
Oh, that's awesome. And then as you work on this, what does like an average day look like for you? Are you shipping code? Are you spreading the word? Fundraising? What's an average day in the life?
Right now, the average day is all about fundraising because that's all I do right now. We're raising our pre-seed round. We need to raise $250,000 to help us build an automated SaaS platform. So every day, I typically clear out my email inbox. I have meetings usually from 11 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. I suffered from, unfortunately, a bunch of medical injuries last year. So I'm going through physical therapy right now. So twice a week, between 5 to 6, I always go to physical therapy. And then right after that, I work from like 7 to 9. And this is like focus work. This is like pretty important work that I always procrastinate on. It's like things like organizing internal documents, replying to leftover emails, getting decks ready, taking in feedback, etc. So like all that busy work, all that focus work that's done in the evening, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's when my day ends, 7 to 9, maybe 10, 11.
The hustle life. I know that life. I've known it for quite a long time. It's very, very fun. But in order to like build a big company, I'm curious, let's zoom out a little bit and look
Yeah.
forward, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. What do you see as the big vision here, and what direction are you rowing in with Muse?
Yeah. So we we actually see a new generation of website technology coming into play. We call this Web 3.0. And this is making websites interactive. And by making websites interactive inherently in 3D, the software is being distributed right now, works on your mobile phone as well as on your computer. However, something that not a lot of people know is that our websites actually work on VR devices as well. And this is where things get really exciting. You see, our software is built on something called WebXR. WebXR allows us to deploy 3D software on any browser, on any device, including VR and AR headsets in the future. So right now, VR and AR headsets are not common. Not everyone has it. Everyone has a mobile phone and a laptop. But one day, we envision a world where everyone will have VR headsets. And we also envision a world where Muse is one of the biggest publishers and 3D web builders. So we do see a lot of potential in us becoming the infrastructure of virtual reality. Who's going to become the biggest distributors and publisher of 3D software? We believe it's going to be on the browser. We set ourselves up in our technology and our entire strategy around this. And that's where we see the future heading.
In order to make that happen and make the vision come to life, you'll need some help. It takes a village to make a startup work. So how can the forward-thinking founders community help? Are you hiring? Are you raising capital? I think you mentioned that. Are you looking for customers? How can we assist?
Well, we are always looking for talented 3D web developers and 3D modelers. Actually, we're hiring right now. So if you have any experience with 3JS, Cinema 4D, or any sort of 3D modeling software, please reach out. We love people who come from entrepreneurial backgrounds. One of the things that we look for when we hire is velocity over skill. Actually, we really focus a lot on velocity. For example, our team has worked like this year. We built a 3D web experience for Amazon for the Coming to America premiere. We have our ongoing ASAP Rocky project, and we have cool things lined up with a bunch of other really cool artists. And believe it or not, the oldest person on our team is 22. And this reinforces the thesis of velocity. Everyone has grown and learned so fast in our business. Since working at Muse, we've only been operating for 4 to 6 months. And yeah, we're just looking for more people who can grow as fast as we can.
And if someone is interested in learning more and trying this out, or working with you, how can they get in touch? Do you have a website? Do you have social media? Do you have an email? How can they learn more?
Yeah, so this is the best way. So right now, we actually have a pipeline that allows anyone to build their own 3D website through us. The way it works is if you go to our Instagram account, which is at Muse HQ. So if you go to Instagram and you search in Muse HQ, in our bio, you will see a Typeform page. And if you click on that page, it will walk you through step by step what you need to do to build your website with us. So it'll ask you which template you want. It'll ask you to submit a particular content, and then you'll get an email from our developers with your development link.
Boom. Well, this is awesome. I really like the idea. And I think it's like definitely going where the future is going. So I appreciate you sharing with us on Forward Thinking Founders, and, best of luck building this out.
Yeah, thank you.